Westell, what needs to be done to stimulate the economy and create jobs?
Folks, we got to take some personal responsibility here, okay? The fact is, everyone in this room goes out to the store and buys a product that's made in China, Mexico, Japan, somewhere else. We're putting our neighbor out of business. We're putting a friend out of business, okay? We're sending those whirlpool people to the unemployment line. You save a little dollars at the store, I'm guilty of this too, okay? We save those few bucks at the store, we pay for it later in unemployment. We've got to start buying products that are made in this country. When you call a company and you got some foreign person on the phone and you can't understand what they're saying, ask them where they're from. Where are you talking to me at? If they tell you they're over in India, say, give me somebody over the United States. Okay? Keep your dollars here, folks. I'm not against these folks, but I'm tired of putting my neighbors out of business. I'm tired of sending them to the unemployment line and then having to take care of them there. Okay? So let's take some personal responsibility. This explosion of spending started with people we call conservatives. We have to hold these people accountable. It was President Bush who said, we got to suspend capitalism to save capitalism. You remember that, folks? My jaw hit the floor. I don't think so. This is a great country. It's a great nation. We need to get rid of the IRS. We need to change their mission. We do need a fair tax, flat tax, national sales tax. Okay? That huge bill, 70,000-page IRS bill, that's just nothing but loopholes for companies. We suffer. We've got to get rid of that. It's a way that politicians have power over us, that they can line their pockets. People coming in to give them something. Hey, you create this tax loophole for me, and I'll give you something. Folks, that's got to stop. We need to take the IRS. We don't need to get rid of it. We need to change their mission. They need to focus on how the government spends our money. Because after all, folks, it is our money.
Thank you. Bud Burnett, what needs to be done to stimulate the economy and create jobs?
I agree with everybody up here. They took all my thunder there. I'll tell you, the best thing we can do is get Republicans elected, conservatives, normal people, make Barack Obama a one-term wonder. And they really stole my thunder. I can't think of anything else they didn't say. One thing we could do, our oil industry is basically 5% of the world market. So there is no big oil in America, thanks to liberal Democrats. They won't let us touch our own oil. China can drill off our oil 90 miles off, but we can't. We employ roughly 9.2 million Americans on our oil rigs and stuff here in America. If we would open up the 2 oil wells in Utah, South Dakota, Wyoming, and I believe it's Colorado. Anyway, there's 4 states right there. We have 8 times, like I said a while ago, we have 8 times more oil right there in those 2 oil pockets than Saudi Arabia does. We could triple, easily triple the amount of Americans we could put to work. For example, we could spend about $500 billion less a year buying oil off foreign radical Islamic nations that hate our guts. I think we could stimulate our economy by, clean coal technology. And one thing I wanted to bring up here while I'm on this subject, this guy TJ here's got a great article on this website called The Bloody Eight. If you get a chance, go read that. The Obama administration just, through the EPA, just put some crazy restrictions on the coal company that they're trying to impose. So if you get a chance, go check that out. But the easy solution is, we're Americans. Let us be Americans. Get the government out of our lives, and we can do it.
All right, thank you. And finally, John Lee Smith, what needs to be done to stimulate the economy and create jobs?
Thank you, Les. Anybody in the room have a 401k or a 403b? Anybody remember the high water mark when it was up to the highest it was? What year?
October 2007.
October 2007. Interesting. Spoke to clients that summer. Full employment. Dow Jones was 14,200 points. What did you do to deserve to have your investments drop by half? Did you do anything wrong?
I didn't turn it all into cash.
Didn't turn it into cash. Yeah, the point I want to make is the things that happened in the United States in 2007 were not our fault. That's what I want you to understand. It's not anything that we did. It's not where we shot. It's not what we did. It's our system. And you have to understand it's our system that's to err. 2007, as I was trying to help clients, I called them up and I said, it's time to buy some bonds, let's buy some fixed annuities, let's protect some of your money, let's take little profits off the table. And we did it with some, and some laughed at me and said, I don't think I want to do that right now, I'm making too much money in the market. So I said, all right, you don't have to, but as we did that, the market began to give way, and as the market gave way, I thought, boy, how smart am I? I help protect my clients' money by giving money out of the table and taking it out of the market and putting them in cash. I'm a smart guy. I prepared for a business recession. Typically, they last for about 6 months to 18 months. The market will drop about 20, maybe 25% in a bad recession. That happened in the first 5 months, and the market was beginning to shake and quake, and I said, there's something about this that's different. Something we didn't do, something we didn't deserve that's different. And as I began to study that, I came into a term that's called a financial recession, and when I studied that term, and you had to go back to the Great Depression to understand what that term meant. The Panic of 1907, the Panic of 1874, and throughout the 1800s, and you can find other periods and patterns that we just experienced ourselves. And the hallmark of a financial recession is that the financial recession lasts twice as long and is twice as deep. And so you're not in cash yet, you better think about it, because the market can continue to go on. Our unemployment rate at 9.7% today could continue to creep up if they raise interest rates on us. I'm John Lee Smith.